We believe very strongly when you find your way in this world, help others to find theirs.
And so we thought, man, couldn't that be amazing if we could help enhance the careers of other physiotherapists in the world?
We started in Kenya in 2011, started educating in 2012. We developed, trained, and then turned over an orthopedic manual therapy program to the Kenyans.
Since 2012, when we met Richard Jackson, things changed dramatically. I was in cohort one of the pioneers of that program, and really it changed our way of thinking, our way physiotherapy is done, and this has continued to improve up to date.
The previous courses that we had done, we are just being taught how to treat. When we are taught about electromodalities, we are just taught how to position them, etc., etc. When we are told about how to rehabilitate a stroke patient, we are just taught how to work on them. But we are not taught on how to think through the patient. If is presenting with movement dysfunction, how can you improve that movement dysfunction? Thinking about the muscle that is affected, the nerve that is affected, everything. That was not there. It was not there.
OMT changed my life because the first module of OMT was clinical reasoning. It made a lot of difference in my career.
By the time we were on the third module, I was a changed person in my management of patients because I had already seen my shortcomings in assessing and managing my patients, and I saw the 3 modules had already helped me to improve. My thought process actually changed on how I see patients. Even my documentation.
It has revolutionized my practice, not just as a physical therapist, but even my thinking when I see a client coming in to seek medical advice regarding whatever.
It made a big difference. It gave us a new confidence. It was like we used to ask ourselves, what did we used to do before we went to class for AMTs?
So you have all the skills for every part of the body. So when a patient comes in, you always know this is what I'm supposed to do. After assessment, you see that this is what the patient is having. Through clinical reasoning, these are the structures which are at fault, and this is the evidence-based treatment that I can give to my patient. So that is how it has changed my life. And that's how it's also changing the life of the patients that I'm seeing.
Even the patients that we had seen for very long, we were now able to give 5 to 10 sessions and they will be better. Yeah, that was big. It also increased the number of patients that we used to see in our outpatient clinic, a big deal.
So many people have come back and said, and I had gone to so many places, I had been given so many drugs, they didn't help me, but when you touched me, your hands, people say that my hands are magic hands. They are not magic hands, they are skillful hands, because the skills were put here. They were put here by the doctors who've been coming to teach us. They put skills on our hands. So it's not magic hands, they are skillful hands.
So it was not just a matter of getting an additional academic paper or qualification, but it changed everything in terms of practice and even the patient's experience.
My vision as a CEO and that of this institution is to provide the highest quality of medical education and to be the model institution in providing medical training. And you cannot do this alone. And that's why I am very grateful for Jackson's Clinics for working with us to ensure that we provide the highest level of quality of training in this institution.
What we have noticed from the program run by the Jacksons of AMT is the outcomes. For me, as now the head of Unity for Physiotherapy, Kenyatta National Hospital, I am one of the advocates encouraging my people to enroll for this program.
I think I can say that in East and Central Africa, this is the leading program, changing lives of not just the physical therapists in Kenya, but the most beneficiaries are the patients that we're able to change their lives.
We want to be the preferred training for East and Central Africa, or even for the African continent and beyond. My vision is to have attractive, specialized trainings in physiotherapy so that we can improve the lifestyle of mankind in the whole world.
We need more physiotherapists to specialize in the area that they feel they're better at, so that we can have specialized treatment for our patient as a country.
So that Kenya and KMTC becomes a hub for training in physiotherapy in this region, and to also support these students to advance their training in other countries.
The future of physiotherapy in Kenya is brighter. And I'm looking at it in terms of if this can be able to be spread even to the East Africa, it is going to change the lives of people in Africa. So I'm very grateful to Richard Jackson, and may God bless him so that he can continue doing this good work.